And here's why Christ is number one. Okay, he is number one. Why? Because it says before him, the world was in complete darkness. Then he struck the light inside the realm and began the ascension process to consciousness itself, the light. Okay, and that's the truth because he brought the Holy Spirit to the planet from the Most High God's kingdom of light. That's why I called it the kingdom of light, because when it strikes on the negative, it creates a light. That's why it says kingdom of light, because it needed the negative to be grounded when it strikes it and it puts the light into play. Okay, and then this is how you get a light bulb. And that's why they call it a light bulb, because it's like an idea that pops up. But it was the idea struck from the light, okay? And it was the idea of creation itself that was struck into play, okay? And that's why it needed to strike like a match, right? You call it a match. You strike the match, what happens? You strike it off the negative, and then what it creates is a light, right? And you need that fire to basically keep warmth in your life, right? You're going to need to stay warm, right? And the birds need to stay warm. What about animals? Animals need the light. They need to stay warm. They need food. They need to make sure that their life source is continuously there for them, as well as our food source is there, right? And we all need this water. And what is water? Water is energy. So it's positive and negative energy within inside this electrical flowing of water, and that's called fresh electrolytes. That's why it says holy water is what? Fresh electrolytes. Holy Spirit is a fresh, clean system that is internally clean of evil and negative thoughts, right? Because the negative needs the positive to strike it to create an idea within inside the mind, and that's what they call the chemical reactor. Yeah. Power plant system. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because what is power? It's a light. Okay? Whenever you have power, you get electricity, right? You need Brody, we're not talking about difficult stuff here, man. We're not. We're really not talking about difficult stuff. We're talking about use your brain. Use your brain mash, right? When you go to a mass, you expect to be at a Catholic church or something. You know, you expect to be at church on Sunday when the sun was created. And then you expect to be done and then celebrating the Sabbath day on Saturday, okay? Brody, we're not talking about Sunday is Sabbath day, it's Saturday. The day he rested. Seventh day. First was Sunday, then he got